Can we get hair and makeup in here for G, please?
I mean, I've got the nails.
Nails.
No, excuse me. Got the nails.
I know you've got the nails.
I don't need.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. This is gonna be. This is gonna be. It's gonna be interesting.
Let the laughing begin. This may go more than half an hour, Raylene. Are we going to get yelled at?
No, you're gonna get shot.
Oh, I have an hour.
You're gonna get shot.
Yeah, in my nads.
So were you listening?
I was.
You heard
How
us
do you
talking?
think I know that? You said, well, let's promote what's coming up in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you said G, and she said G.
We have people wondering, what the hell's the G about? Were you just like, all right, I got to come up with a name for myself, so let's go A, B, C, D.
I didn't
A, B, C, D,
I didn't
E,
want to
F.
walk around saying my name was God, so I just went with G. Now, what do you think the pastor will say about that? Bam! Mic drop.
Wow.
Pastor Chicken. I'm not on yet.
Yeah, we're on.
Are we really?
Yeah, we're on.
No, we aren't. You haven't even introduced anything.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
We're live.
Well, now I'm in trouble.
One of our presenting sponsors is Wood Doodles. And you've heard, I don't know how many times you've heard, but it's got to be a lot. You've heard us say Wood Doodles. You have been a sponsor right since you guys pulled the trigger on this thing and started this whole thing.
Yes.
So when I lose, G and I are the types of friends where we have in the past lost touch for a year, sometimes a little bit longer than that. Right. But when we connect, we go from 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds.
If that long.
Exactly. And and when we reconnected not too long ago, I find out you're rambling on about you're making this and you're making that and you're in the kitchen, you're making all kinds of stuff, and then you and Jed started this business called Wood Doodles, and I'm like, slow the hell down here. Let me process all this.
We don't know how to slow down. That's the problem.
But I didn't, as long as I've known you and Jed, I didn't know that. I know Jed is skilled, okay, in many different areas. I know the guy can pretty much do anything. But I didn't know that he was a wood craftsman and, frankly, an artist. No idea. I didn't know that.
There's really nothing he
No.
touches that doesn't turn to gold. That's just a fact.
This is what I knew. I know that he knows how to build. I know that he knows a hell of a lot about computers, and I know that he's a mechanic. He can take a motorcycle apart and put it back together.
And the computers is all self-taught.
I know.
He started, when I met him, he was 18 years old, and he played with computers and tinkled with them and just went from there, and now running networks and doing all that. I mean,
where did Jed learn how to be a craftsman like
one
this?
of the things he does a lot is on his free time, which is so little, is he goes on YouTube and he goes on all these sites and he looks up and he orders books on how to and all that. And he literally will sit in the office with headphones and watching videos and watching how-tos. And then he goes down into the shop and says, I'm going to try it. And maybe the first one sucks, but never the second one. It's like he nails it every time.
Every time.
Every time.
He really is.
He looks into the different kinds of woods, what woods are best for. I said wood. He looks at it starts. He looks into the different kinds of woods, which one's better for large boards, small boards, which ones can get wet and then dried and which ones are warp. So yeah, he's very talented that way.
So I'm going to show the one of several
cheese slice board.
Yeah. And if I say cutting board, you get upset with me because
this one's a cheese board.
Don't say cutting board, say cheese board.
This is a cheese board.
All right.
And this one is designed. We make them in different lanes and all different styles. I mean, they can be light wood, dark woods, mix match, and Yeah, and it's designed to put your cheese on and slice. It has a slicer built into it. Yeah, and so that's one of the many things that he decided one day. I think I'm going to do that. And then I'll mention this because he'll probably say, please don't mention this. But he's even working on making cribbage boards, various different designs of cribbage boards that businesses can use and sell, and that personal selling. So he's he's very busy, very busy.
And you've learned what kinds of wood is this? Is it?
Well, we use maple, we use sapele, we use oh gosh, this is when Jed, if you're watching, just type in the kinds of wood so that
Please
you can tell us.
Help us,
because I do the business. I get the business. I do the invoicing. I do the billing. I do all that stuff. I do the packaging.
How bad would things be if the two of you reversed roles and you were making the cutting boards?
Jed is amazing at business. Our cutting boards would certainly have a different texture if my hands were involved in it. I don't know if we would call them charcuterie boards or cutting boards. We might want to call them wood glued together and would fall apart on the first touch.
Jed saying it's cherry, maple, and mahogany.
There you go. That's what that one is.
We're going to show the other boards here,
right,
in just a second. And
God, we're keeping this very serious today, aren't we?
Well, you guys are trying to run a business. I mean, if you want to come in here and horse around and throw things at
attitude,
each other,
where's the Nerf?
You want to do
where's
that,
the Nerf gun?
We can do that on a different show.
We need to shoot it at his nads, not mine. Go on.
One of the big things here, and if I forget, I'm going to be upset with myself, is that you guys also, I can't even say you guys, it's Jed, really, furniture repair.
We build tables. We build dining room tables.
From scratch.
My son came down from, he's in the military, and he came up for a week, or actually a few days. Thank you for the Nerf gun. I'll be using it. And he said, Jed, I want to build a dining room table for my new home.
Yeah.
And we built it. This is not standard, but we did build it for him in like 3-4 days.
Unreal.
And he put it in a U-Haul and shipped it down, and that's one of the pictures that I have on the table here.
Here at the studio.
The table that we made for him. We built a corner desk.
Do you source your lumber locally? Do you cut your own slabs? A question from Josh that just
we don't cut our own slabs. We do source all of our lumber locally. Yes, we do it from Burlington all the way down through Barry. We use the different distributors, and then there are some small town distributors that cut their own slabs and source it, and we go to them in Williston. We pick up wood from them, live edge wood and stuff like that.
Toby White just posted up that he loves his board, above and beyond impressed.
Thank you. Toby ordered one of our very large cutting boards. They're heavy, they're durable.
Yeah.
He gave us a time frame. I think it was Toby. If I'm correct, he gave me a 2-week time frame to turn around and get it to you.
Yeah.
And we did. And he wanted it personalized, so we personalized it.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Is this like Jed freehanding with a Sharpie?
No, God, no. No, we laser etch, and we also now have a CNC machine. So now we do engravings too.
No, what the hell does that mean? Stop getting all fancy with
It's a
me
big machine that costs us a lot of money.
CNC machine.
And what it does
is know what a CNC machine is?
Yes, we can do things like etching into the wood, cutting into the wood, engraving. That's the etching. When we burn it in.
Yeah.
Because we have a laser burner.
What's a CNC machine cost?
What does it cost?
Yeah.
$3,000 and up.
Wow.
Yeah. And finally, I know Jed is very, I'm going to be nice to you, Jed. He's very thrifty with money. So it took a lot of convincing until he finally went and purchased it.
He says Treehouse and Haley.
Yes, those are
mainly.
two lumber sources that we use, local sources.
Wow.
We just found a really nice place in Williston. The guy has a shop behind his barn, and he sources a lot of live edge wood, so we've been shopping there also.
So, dumb question. But I have a good friend who is I have a couple of good friends that are insane Steelers fans.
Okay.
Can
Yes.
we get a Steelers logo on this?
Absolutely. We do all different kinds of logos. You tell us what you want, we do it.
What about something completely inappropriate?
Whatever you want. What do you want on it?
Jay's middle name is inappropriate.
I know.
Oh, Raylene just said that. I didn't say it.
Jed just said those are Purple Heart and Cherry.
Yes.
God, look at that. I
Yes.
mean, that's just beautiful.
And what's beautiful about Purple Heart is that the more it spends time out, in the daylight or whatever, the more purple it gets. So sometimes somebody will order that and they'll order Purple Heart, and when they get the wood, it doesn't really look very purpley. But then over a course of weeks, it just turns into a nice deep purple color.
Unbelievable. What about these coasters here?
Yes.
What is it? You get a set of 4.
A set of 4. Yep.
How much?
$40.
All right. And you can get them personalized.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about placing orders, and we're going to talk about the holidays and time frame. We're going to get to all that.
Yep.
But I have to just say, the fact that you guys are local right here, technically you're in Barrytown,
Yep.
but you're just a few miles here from the studio. The fact that you guys are local and you're putting out quality stuff like this, that I don't think you can buy at Walmart.
No.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, you can buy anything at Walmart,
But not
but
this.
you can't buy that.
I mean, this is one of a kind type stuff.
Everything is personalized, individualized. There's really no two boards
Yeah.
that are the same. Jed likes to try to keep it real,
Yeah.
like the cheese slicing boards. We have that out in different restaurants that are using it, and when they buy the cheese slicing boards, they like the fact that they're diverse, that they're different styles, different. The wood isn't the same, or the design isn't the same. We have them right now. Can I say where we have some of them?
Would you please?
Okay.
I mean, I know, but I want you to.
Yeah, we have right now. We're working with the Meltdown right here in Barry City up here.
Yeah.
And the Meltdown is selling the cheese slicing boards and the coasters, and it has their logos on it, and our address on the back of each one burned in, and they're selling them up there. And she got an order on Friday. Diane Hood, Diane and John, who own the Meltdown, they got we delivered them an order of the slicing boards and of the coasters. And on Sunday, she called me and said, "Small problem, I'm out. I need a new order." So Jed and I were like, okay, here we go again. So we're starting a new invoice and a new order for her. So they go very quickly. They're very popular. And Diane is selling them up at the Meltdown. We sell to her wholesale. She sells it at her retail.
That's incredible.
It is. It's kind of satisfying.
The real estate market is something that, and I think the last time I had you on the podcast, we talked about this.
Yes.
Is that, I mean, when you think of a housewarming gift.
Yes.
Wow, there's nothing better than something like this.
It is. It's a nice. I mean, when you buy a house, a lot of times the realtor gets their 5%, 6%, 7%, and that's the end of it.
Right.
I work with Mark Montrose, who owns Catamount Realty.
yeah.
Catamount Realty Group, and he purchases cutting boards that he gives to each client as they buy the house. On closing, he hands them one of our cutting boards, and then he also orders out cheese boards, which around the holidays he gives out to clients as gifts. So. That's huge because the real estate market is huge, and he's also invited us to do real estate shows in New Jersey, California, where we would go to the conventions where there's hundreds of realtors and set up a table and have realtors put orders into us. But that's a lot.
If I was a local realtor, I would be calling you immediately now.
Right. And I certainly have different sizes and different prices that fit. And I sell to the businesses always at a bulk wholesale.
Yeah.
So that they can then, if they want to sell it, they can retail it. Or the realtors, they get it at a wholesale price,
Right.
and they can give it away as gifts.
Well,
I mean, when you're making $15,000 commission, you can afford, $20, $30 board.
Right. Well, and
As a
really,
gift.
I mean, this is guerrilla marketing in its purest form here,
Yes.
bud. I mean, this is the way to do it.
Yes, it is. We're trying.
I mean, you've got a client who's never going to forget that you gave them that board as a gift.
Exactly. And our name is always on the back of it, and each gift we always
Right.
put our business card, our flyer in so they can contact us.
Sure. And and you also have a business, you and Jed, that are never going to forget who's buying your products.
Right.
And it's just nothing but a win-win. I want to show another one of these boards here. We're going to talk more about some of the specialty furniture that you do, which is absolutely unbelievable. But we're also going to talk about how you can get your hands on one of these, and if you will, in time for the holidays. We're going to go there. We're going to talk about it, but I want to talk about this. Tell me about this one here, because this one turns heads. This is a classic.
This is one. Jed made this as a one-off, and one-offs are when he has extra wood and he just plays around and he creates things, and it's not something that's always in inventory. It's more of a specialty thing. And he made it, and he showed it to me, and I said, "Well, that's awesome." And I started showing people, and they were all like, "Oh my God, I love that." So we put it in the mix. It's on our website, wooddoodles.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's on our website as a one-off.
Yep.
But it just gives an idea of the different kinds of shapes and creations we can make.
Fantastic.
So,
And, of course, it's got your logo on the back there.
yes. And each one of these can be personalized. Like for Toby, we personalized it with a name and a date on it. Some people like, a wife gives it to her husband as a happy anniversary gift.
Yeah.
Or the husband gets it for the wife as an anniversary gift, and they'll put happy anniversary with their anniversary date on the front.
Raylene has a cutting board from Wood Doodles. I have a cutting board from Wood Doodles. I don't want to speak for Raylene, but yeah, she loves hers. But I had to get some therapy because I didn't want to use it.
He was afraid to use it. He would contact me all the time. I'm using this little plastic cutting board because I don't want to use yours.
This is not. I'm dead serious.
Well,
I'm
yours
not
is a
joking.
charcuterie board, more of a charcuterie board.
What the hell's that? French cheeses and
No, a charcuterie board is a board that you use to serve your cheeses and your meats
well,
on.
that's what I said. Yeah,
Right. If you want a cutting board where you're going to put steak on it or something like that and really cut up, then that's a cutting board. And those are usually about 2 inches thick.
Okay.
Where a charcuterie board is a thinner, more elegant way to present your cheeses and stuff around the
Well,
holidays.
I'm using it as a damn cutting board.
Well, you do whatever you
I don't.
want.
I don't care. That's what I'm using it for.
All right.
But seriously, it took me 2 months. Mm-hmm. 2 months.
I know you would always message me. I can't
do it. I can't do it.
And I said, you got to let it happen.
I felt guilty. I felt ashamed.
Violated? Almost.
Not quite.
For the cheese board.
But you don't want to. It is so beautiful. It's such a masterpiece and a showpiece in your house. It's a head turner. People
Well, and they come in different sizes. Like if you go on my website, you'll see that I have long cutting boards or charcuterie boards with cheeses all on it, displayed. I mean, they're really elegant. They really are. And some people have put them in the sink and let it soak in water.
Let's talk about that because I was going to mention that.
And then they
guys
call us
Yeah.
and they say, your boards warp. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to say, right?
I know what you're going to say.
Really? First of all, charcuterie boards, even cutting boards, you don't soak them in water.
Right.
Okay? The best thing to do is quick Windex, wipe it down, dry it, and move on. You can use some soft soap on it, whatever, but you have to dry it thoroughly.
Yes.
I mean, that's just the rule of thumb. And then
any wood is a sponge.
Yes, and every couple of months, we sell our beeswax oil that you just rub it on, let it sit for a few minutes, wipe it off, and it's done. That's it.
Mineral.
Mineral oil.
Mineral oil.
It's just a very
food grade.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, it has to be.
Everything has to. If we have to poly anything because
Yeah.
to protect it as a certain serving thing, it's got to all be food grade. Nothing
Yeah.
is chemicalized that way.
So-
Chemicalized, is that a word?
No,
guess it
I don't
should be.
know. I don't
We need
know.
to look that up.
Raylene will find out.
Raylene, is chemicalized a word?
Oh boy.
Thank you.
How do we pronounce this one here? I say Dante.
Yeah, it's the Dante.
the Dante.
All of our boards are named after poets.
Okay, talk to me.
So, well, just I'm saying we've got the Longfellow, we've got the Dante. Each board has a name, and we just do it just because of the fact that poetry is such a beautiful thing, and so we like to name it to something that's elegant instead of just giving it a name.
This is
The Dante.
This is the Dante. This is one of my favorites. I mean, this is just
Jed,
look at that.
Jed can tell us what wood that is, and then he can
Oh
text
my
that to
God.
us.
Well, he is right now. But look at this. My God.
Yeah, that's a very deep, beautiful color. And like I said, all different styles and designs. Some people like lots of striping. Some people only want one stripe in the center. It's all...
Some people want the razor thin plastic.
Yeah,
cutting
like you.
board,
Like you.
like what I had.
Yours was pretty embarrassing. I think you got yours at the Dollar Tree or something.
Actually, I did. But
And then there's another Dante here also, so you have two of them
look at
to
this.
show.
I mean, this is so
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's more the deeper, richer colored Dante.
And someone can say to you, I want the deep, dark colored Dante.
Oh, yeah. We ask them what kind of wood. We ask them what kind of lettering, if they want something personalized, what kind of font they want to use. I mean, we're very specific about that.
Jed says that's mahogany, maple, and
Sapele?
sapele.
See, shouldn't he have been here?
Not sapel.
No, Sapele.
Okay.
Shouldn't he have been here?
He should be.
He doesn't go on the air. He doesn't
shy.
like his face being
A little
shown
shy.
anyway. He is shy.
A little shy.
He is.
Shouldn't be, though.
No.
Nothing
no.
to be shy about.
No.
The guy
He should be
freaking-
proud of what he does.
But he'd start getting into all the deep, dark, technical.
Oh, I know. We'd
shit,
be
man.
sleeping.
Yeah.
We'd have to slap him.
So you could get the last one that I showed, which was the Dante, but you could get this with the juice groove.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking of.
When we first started doing them, Jed was doing the juice grooves by hand with a router, and he was like, "I hate it. Don't ever order it. Don't let people order the juice groove. It's a lot of work." But now with the CNC machine and the other techniques he has, he's able to bang them out easier. So
Look at that. And, the lighting in here doesn't do any justice
Right.
to this.
Right.
So this is, I'm guessing, mahogany and...
maple, I'm thinking. There's
Yeah.
maple in that. Maple and oak, maybe.
God, is that beautiful.
So
So the juice groove is something that is really important to me because if I just make a mess. I just make a mess.
Yeah,
And then Sherilyn gets pissed.
because you don't clean it.
Well, sometimes I don't know that juices have spilled over the edge of the cutting board, and then
And
they
onto
get
the
back.
floor.
They get back onto the back of the.
And then if you don't wipe it, they start to stain on there. And
Yeah,
then
you
it's time to
have to.
order another board.
right, if you're going to have the juice groove, that's one thing. If you're not, and you're going to live with Sherilyn, you better be ready to clean up after yourself. I think that's important.
Yes, it is.
It's important.
It is.
Wow. I mean, there's just a couple of boards
Yep.
right there. So, poker tables.
Yeah, we make
Holy
poker
crap.
tables, 8-sided, 6-sided, 4-sided, whatever. But he also enjoys game tables, which is it's like a regular table, but then you
Yeah.
take the top off and it's all felt inside, and you the speed cloth, and you
Yeah.
can play games, and then you put the top back on as a table. I mean, there's just so many. I mean, it's wood.
Right.
Anything you can do with wood, we like to create, and we always say if you can think it, if you can imagine it,
Yeah.
let us create it. That's our attitude.
So, you guys just recently relocated to Barrytown.
Yes.
And I know that Jed is, or both of you, are very involved with. You're in the process of creating a Santa's workshop, essentially, like a wood shop.
Sure. Oh yeah. Well, right now we're using the garage.
Yeah.
It's a 2-car garage, and he has all his tools in there, and they're all on wheels because he has to keep moving things around and this and that. Come this spring, we're building a wood shop in the back of the property.
Which is going to be impressive.
It's going to be huge, and it's going to have everything and anything he needs.
He doesn't do anything half-assed.
No, it's going to probably be, it's going to be big. And I don't know, you can ask him the size, but it's going to be big, and it's going to have a lot of I mean, tons of space for him to do everything he needs
My
to
God.
do. And the tools won't necessarily have to be on wheels because they'll be in their own particular home.
Yeah.
And then I'll lose Jed to the shop. He'll be back there all the time, and I'll just be in the house cooking.
So what are we doing right now? Are we with this snow? Are we moving the cars around? Are the cars getting snowed on because all of the shit is in the in the garage?
You want to watch your language, please?
I'm sorry.
Fuck. Yes, the cars are out on the road, in the driveway because the garage has been taken over by Jed.
Does that piss you off?
No.
You're okay
As
with
long as when it snows, Jed goes out and clears off my truck, I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
So
I'm not into the cold. We're in Vermont, and yeah, I get it. But yeah, when it snows, I'm like, could you clean that off for me and heat it up?
he's saying that the workshop is going to be 24 by 30.
There you go.
That is going to be incredible.
Huge, and it's
My
not going to be.
God.
It's not going to be like short. It's going to be very tall. Also.
Are you allowed to go in there? Are you allowed to interrupt or ask questions when he's in the Zen?
No.
Does he go into the Zen?
He goes in. He has a mask on,
Okay.
headphones on.
Oh,
listening to music.
He's out.
I will walk in and stand there at the door for about 10 minutes until his eye catches me. And then I have to wait for him to unmask and unheadphone. And then I'll ask a question and he will answer it as quick as he can. And you can tell he wants to get right back to it.
Yeah.
And when you have orders, making an order of let's say, 20 coasters sets, okay, that's 20 sets times 4 because there's 4 coasters to a set.
Yeah.
And each one of them, after cutting, has to be sanded and burned, with all the whatever logos and stuff. So all that stuff, that takes time. And so he when he gets in the Zen, he's like, I'm going down now. Just text me when it's dinner time.
So when you ask a question, you don't do like 20 or 30 follow-up questions after that?
No. My questions are usually like, steak and potatoes tonight?
All right.
And he's like, yes, great. See ya. Bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys got that figured out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty good at communicating. Sometimes it's just looking in the eyes and a quick wink, and he winks back, and I know, okay, all good, and I don't have to see it. It's say, how's it going down here?
Why don't you get out there in the shop? Do you get your hands on this stuff? Do you do any of this?
No.
Does he pass anything off to you and says, "Finish sanding this"?
He has handed me that, and then he kind of is working and looking over his shoulder at me.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, "Oh, don't forget to do." And I'm like,
Oh,
"You know
no, we
what?
can't
I'm
have
gone.
that. No,
I'm gone. I
no, we
can't. I
can't
can't
have
have
that.
that."
That's-
So it's his thing. It's actually, like you said, it's kind of his zen.
Yeah.
He loves building furniture. He loves doing projects. These things. And if he doesn't know how to do it, he loves learning how to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll take an order that he's never done before, and it comes out beautiful at the end.
Wow.
So it's interesting to watch him work.
He's a brilliant man. I mean, he's so smart, but he's also he's got some left side and some right side stuff going on because he's an artist.
Yes.
He's a visionary.
Well, he can also draw. So he can create things for people on their boards. I mean, it's just,
But is
it
he
never ends.
But is he also one of these guys that he's so intelligent and he's so artistic that he doesn't know enough to look both ways before he crosses the street?
Yep.
Is he one of those?
Yep, because he gets too busy in his thoughts.
Ah, he's wrapped up.
There'll be times he's pacing in the living room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, nothing. I says, why are you pacing?
He is
I'm
somewhere.
just trying to
He's
figure this
somewhere.
out. Yes.
You don't know where he is.
No. If I ask him to do a project, it's not that he didn't get to the project.
Yeah.
It's because he spends like 5 months figuring out how he wants to do that project.
Do we have like a rope that's in the living room so he can tether along that for the pacing?
No, we don't have that quite yet.
You guys always impress me, no matter what.
Well, we
it is
like,
that you're
it's
doing.
funny because when we started this, we didn't start it to be businessmen.
Right.
We started it because it was a little bit of a hobby.
Yeah.
Everything we do is always kind of like more of a hobby. We don't need the money, so
Yeah.
we're not trying to charge you a fortune just to get ahead.
Yeah.
Would he like to retire from his current job and do this full time? Absolutely.
Yeah.
He loves it. And maybe when the shop is built next year,
Yeah.
he'll be able to start really focusing more on specific things and take, more time for that and less for work.
Sure.
We don't know. But we both get into hobbies and we just do it for fun. And then we end up saying, well, everybody's enjoying it. Why can't we do it for them too?
Yeah. That's so interesting. And you both are so talented in other areas. You, as you say, you run the business, you run the books, you do all that, you manage things very, very well. But how is Jed in the kitchen? Similar to how you are in the
That's
workshop?
like, how's your weight loss going, JD?
Oh, wow. That was uncalled for.
That was necessary.
Bring me a Nerf gun. I want a Nerf gun.
That was so unnecessary. He just got shot in the nipple. Don't you dare.
I can't figure out how to load this.
Well,
son
that's
of a
because you're not normal. He does cook. As a matter of fact, he did Thanksgiving.
Does he do like a really good toast?
Yeah. No, he did Thanksgiving. He cooked Thanksgiving from
Really?
start to finish, and he did 2 birds. He smoked one and he baked one.
Did he have to YouTube it?
No, actually, he knows how to cook. He just doesn't know how to cook like I do.
Okay.
Because I'm the chef.
Yeah.
100% Italian.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
That's what you are. So where's the accent from? Because it's not from Central Vermont.
No, Long Island.
Long Island?
Long Island. Yes, I
Island.
grew up in Long Island. Yeah, and I love to cook, and so I decided while Jed is outside working, instead of sitting watching TV,
Yeah.
I would do things of my own. So I had started Papa G's,
Yes.
which was the oils and the sauces, and I still have Papa G's oils and sauces.
Like infused olive oils.
Yes, oils that have olive oils that you can cook with, that have rosemary in it, or garlic, or rosemary and garlic, all different flavors, all different. I mean, I had the hot oils.
The
which you
the
remembered.
pepper. Oh, my
The
God.
hot pepper oil was,
What kind of peppers were those?
habaneros.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah. And so I do that, but then I also cook other things, and people was like, why don't you sell these?
Yeah.
So I says, okay. So I started with Papa G's cheesecakes.
Yes.
And I've advertised that on Facebook.
Yes.
And I took orders for the Thanksgiving season. And next thing I knew, I was selling my cheesecakes, because I have plain cheesecake cupcakes.
Yeah.
Which are the little mini cheesecakes, which are, oh, God, just pop them in your mouth.
Yeah.
Die for it.
Yeah.
I have the peppermint cheesecake coming up for the holidays for Christmas, which is like, it's like eating a peppermint candy with cream cheesecake. It's just, oh my God, it's so good. I have almond cheesecake, which is infused with almonds throughout and then a layer of toasted almonds on top.
Do I have a lemon?
I don't have a lemon. I don't have a lemon. I have a chocolate ganache cheesecake, which is, ready for this? It's chocolate crust with the cheesecake, and then the second layer is cheesecake topping with chocolate chips, and then a chocolate ganache on top of that with caramelized drizzle over that. I know, right? That's like eat that and then get on the scale and cry.
Where did you learn how to do all this?
I just know how to cook. I create recipes for things. I'm actually thinking of doing something a little bit more extreme with my cooking, because a lot of times people don't have time to cook for the holidays.
Sure.
And so they order out and they get Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of doing like some kind of cooking where you can purchase dinners.
Yeah.
That's all I do is cook. I love it. So, and I create my own recipes. I make things for dinner. And Jed says to me, did you write down these ingredients? I was like, no. He says, you need to start writing this down, because I create dinners and meals that I've never made before. And
See, if I were to say something like that to you, hey, man, you need to seriously start writing this down. And Jed were to say, the way Jed is wired in his mind, for him to say that to you, this guy who does everything so creatively, for him to tell you that you need to start writing this stuff down,
I know.
That's big time.
I need to just get a book and start writing it down, because I have so many recipes that I make, from simple to very complex.
Did your mom teach you
No.
how to make all these Italian
Nope.
sauces and everything?
Nope. Wow. My Italian sauces is an all-day project when I make my Italian sauce.
Oh, yeah.
It's an all-day. It's not one of those get a couple of cans of Hunt's and put it in and doctor it up.
For half an hour.
Yeah. No, I start with just whole tomatoes. I start with all the fresh seasonings. I saute everything separately. It all goes in. And
Do you have a cutting board to do all the sauteing?
I do. I have a big cutting board. It's a 2-inch, 18 by 16. It's,
God.
Yeah. And I have nice knives because I need that.
Yes.
And Jed stays away when I have the knives. But yeah, so I do a lot of cooking, and now my cheesecakes, I'm taking orders obviously for now Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
I have New Year's cupcakes that, everybody is starting to order.
I
for their
had
parties.
some of your cheesecake a couple of months back, and I just could not. I mean, Raylene too, just could not believe it.
Yeah, it's
Could not
as a matter of
believe it.
fact, I'm going to be bringing them by here.
Yes,
Right, the cupcakes.
wonderful. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So,
You guys have a lot going on over there.
but all of it is like a labor of love. It's not like, oh my God, I got to make cheesecakes, or oh my God, I got to make cutting boards. It's just, it's what we do.
Yeah.
We have fun doing it. There are times that Jed's like, hon, I worked all day.
Yeah.
Now I got to go down and do this. Slow down on the orders.
Yeah.
Start doing pre-orders.
Yeah.
Because I can't do everything. I'm, and then also run the house with me and, all the other stuff that we like to do.
So what's the deal with ordering? I mean, I think that's, maybe the biggest question that we have for
Right.
people that have seen some of the cutting boards.
Well, we did.
Here.
We were taking orders for the holidays for Christmas, but now we're full on orders.
Okay.
So now we're doing pre-orders
Yeah.
for deliveries. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
well, we have stuff here
have
at the
some-
studio that people are more than welcome to buy right from here.
Right.
Excuse me, but right now we're doing pre-orders for January, February deliveries.
Okay.
So especially people who want personalized items for their anniversaries, for birthdays, gifts for other people. We have people that bought coasters for their kids who are graduating college
Yeah.
with their college emblem on it. And they give it to them
Badass.
as a gift. So, hey, you just graduated from Harvard and it has a Harvard emblem. So
Right.
you graduated from the military
Yeah.
and it has your military logo on it.
Sure.
So there's all different orders that come in for stuff like that. But people that say, can I get a cutting board by December 18th or December 20th? No.
Yeah.
I'm full on orders now.
Yeah.
So plus
So-
now we have new orders for the Meltdown, and then Catamount Realty is going to call us up because
Right.
he's almost out of boards. So we have to keep it moving and start doing pre-orders.
However, the boards that we have right here in our
Physically
studio,
ready to pick up and take.
you can buy right now.
Yes.
This is one of them.
Yep.
This is the side paddle.
Yes.
My eyes.
I don't know. What does it say on it? There's
Yeah,
so many
side paddle.
boards. Yeah.
We have this right here. We have the cheese board, which is, you said, real popular.
Very popular. And you can pick those up at the Meltdown also. Right
yeah.
up here with their logo on it. As a matter of fact, I think she's doing pre-orders now because she's selling them so quickly. So she's doing pre-orders for the spring, for January, February. The other thing we have to remember is with COVID and with all these variants coming out, a lot of hardware and stuff is transporting slower.
Yeah.
So when we put an order in for hardware, normally we would get it in 3-4 days. Now it could take us 2 weeks to receive. So that's why things are also back ordered.
So we have the cheese board.
Yep. You've got the Dante's.
We got the
down
Dante's,
there.
and let's show you again. If you missed it, we'll show you one of the Dante's right here. This is $90, and you guys we're offering a discount.
Yes. We're offering, I believe, 20% off.
20% off
Anything that's on the table right now.
Anything that we have here, 20%. Anything that we're showing you here is 20% off.
Right.
Until the 20th.
Well, no, whatever's here until we take it away.
Oh.
Whatever's here, we're going to leave up here, and you can sell them here for 20% off.
Right here.
Right here.
At our studios.
At our studio.
As a sponsor, that's really badass that you're doing that. That is so cool.
Well, and they can also, they can contact me through wooddoodles.com.
Or on Facebook.
Yeah, and you have the business card there with the phone number. I forgot which one. I have so many phone numbers for different businesses.
The 505-9890.
Right. Right. 802-505-9890. They can call. A lot of times, I have a few business phones, so a lot of times if you call, you might get a voicemail.
Yeah.
Just leave a quick message saying, hey, I need a board.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I need a charcuterie board. Or, hey, I want you to fix my furniture. We had a lady up in Milton who had 2 beautiful curios, and both of them were worse for wear on the finish outside, the way it looked. And we took them back to our shop, stripped them completely down, refinished them, put them back together, and delivered them to her.
Wow.
And she loved it. So, I mean, we can do pretty much anything from building you your own specialized coffee table or dining room table.
That's amazing.
We do all that kind of stuff. It's fun.
So we have the boards here. If you are interested in one, get in touch with me right now. And
Right this second.
Right now. because
the ones that are here. When they're gone, they're gone.
they're gone, they're gone.
And there's different ones over there. It's not just these. There's smaller ones. So if you don't want something as big, I think you have a pretty good variety over there.
Yeah. Some nice comments coming in. Loving the Vermont talent. Papa G's oils are so good, and the wood Doodles cutting boards are beautiful. That's
Thank you.
from Barb.
Bob, you have to try the cheesecake. It is really good, if I do say so myself.
One thing it's not, though. Okay.
What?
It
Healthy?
is. It's not. It's not fat free.
It's not healthy.
Wood Doodles. You can find them on Facebook. Handmade right here in Vermont.
And you can also message me on Facebook because I go under Greg Milo Forbes.
Yep.
So you can just put me in there and you can send me a quick message. I also have pictures of the cheesecakes and stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's good. I do have a question for you, though.
Okay.
I need to know what your problem is with Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I have a huge problem with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Tell me why.
Who? Okay. I see.
Before you say another word, Jed and I go every year for the last 12 years to their concert in Manchester. We play their music in the house all the time. We play it in the car. They used to be the group Savatage, and then they turned into Trans-Siberian. They are incredibly amazing and talented on way too many levels. So what's your problem? Go.
And now Jed's. Yeah. Now Jed's text in here. I know that you guys are big fans of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Okay. I know that. And like I said earlier, and I've been saying this for a long time here on the podcast, just because somebody is different from you, has a different opinion, doesn't mean that you can't love them and embrace them. And I saw Jed. He came in here the other day with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra T-shirt on.
He has one from every year. I think those are the only T-shirts he has. He has like 12 T-shirts, and they're all year by year by year Trans-Siberian.
Does he have any Trans-Siberian Orchestra underwear?
No.
Well, then he's not that big of a fan.
They don't
now, is
sell it.
Surprised he hasn't made them. I'm a classics guy, man.
I understand, but the other day
No,
you were
you don't
riding in the car.
understand.
Listen to me.
You
The
don't
other
understand.
day you were riding in the car with with Shirley and Lily. Okay, and you were going to get a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And in the car came a song that
Wasn't my choice.
but that Shirley turned up and she says, "Oh, I shouldn't." You said, "No, go ahead and turn it up." And she turned it up and she said, "This song is beautiful." And you said, "It is beautiful." And that song was Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
You don't miss anything, do you?
Nothing. And you told her it is beautiful. And they turned it up and it was playing while you were on your way. And you listened to it and you enjoyed it. So, bam, mic drop.
I said that it was beautiful.
'Cause it is.
Because we were in the process of the beautiful experience of going to get the Christmas tree.
You're full of crap. You're so full of it. All their music is not headbanging. They have some beautiful songs.
Would you please send me some MP3s of some
I
of
will.
the beautiful?
One of the songs
Jed-
is She's Coming Home for Christmas. It's an absolutely beautiful song.
Okay. I'm not privy to
Well,
that.
see, then you shouldn't judge until you know.
This is true.
Lesson learned.
Jed's going to drop a link to something that's beautiful from the Trans-Siberian
Is that what he
Orchestra.
said?
No, but I'm telling him. I'm telling everyone that he's going to, even though he doesn't realize that he's going to.
But now he does.
But all I know is, we're going to have a show on Thursday at 9:00 in the morning. Paul Brody's coming in here this coming Thursday, and we're going to have a vicious,
Yeah, well, he hates them too.
violent fight about music,
Right.
Christmas.
And I have no problem coming on and jumping in and saying, don't mess.
Well, then come on in, because Paul and I are going to have at it. We're going to fight about Christmas movies. We're going to fight about, things like
Christmas songs before Thanksgiving? What?
Okay, I have a huge problem with that.
Hello?
Do you too?
Oh, my God, I walked into Walmart and I was like, it's not even Thanksgiving.
I love you.
Fist bump.
Even more now.
I mean, what?
Can we just please wait?
Right?
Let's eat the turkey first, please.
October, before Halloween, they had Christmas stuff out. Really?
That's wrong on so many levels.
And not only that, it minimizes the festivities of it.
And dilutes it.
Yeah, because it's like, wow, now it's Christmas. Let's light up the trees. Let's enjoy.
Look what you're doing
no,
to my blood pressure.
But
I'm starting to get
when
hot.
you do it in October, by the time Christmas comes, you're bored.
Thank you.
You're done.
Finally, someone's saying that.
Who's popping champagne saying Happy New Year's in June? Nobody. I mean, get real.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No. And Jed will type 1,000,000 times over that it is, and it's not. Just because they have a Christmas tree and a fucking Christmas song on doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
What about Home Alone?
No. No, you don't put Christmas lights up on a movie and call it Christmas. It happened to have been done at that time of year. It's not a Christmas
Can you say
movie.
that? Can you say that one more time?
What?
You don't put Christmas lights up on a movie and call it Christmas.
You don't put Christmas lights on a movie and call it Christmas. If I put a bottle of champagne on a TV, does that make it a New Year's Eve movie? No. Get real. Come to the program. Get online.
I agree.
Jeez.
Now you got Jed all pissed off.
What? Oh, he's a diehard. He thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie.
And I won't let him play it at Christmas time because it's retarded.
It's not a Christmas
On too many
movie.
levels. It's not.
Play it in July. It's not a Christmas movie.
He watches it in July. Does that mean Christmas is coming? God, get on the program.
Well, we're gonna really get into this on Thursday with Paul Brody.
Well, I hope you zap it because I mean, why does he think you should be playing music before?
I'm not sure. Paul and I are going to be going into this headfirst, paddling down.
I'll get into the MMA ring with anybody who says that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Rex is going to be here tomorrow. I'll tell him.
Well, tell him I'm in.
And Jed says so is Lethal Weapon.
Oh my God!
What is wrong with this guy?
Well, see, that's what happens when you're that intelligent. There has to be stupid.
You're out of touch with something.
There's got to be stupid somewhere.
Somewhere.
And apparently,
And that's it.
His movies.
That's it. Right
we
there.
found his Achilles heel to intelligence. It's movies, Christmas movies. Double dig that. Oh my word.
Oh.
Anywho.
Thanks for coming in here, buddy.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's absolute pleasure.
I always love seeing you.
I love seeing you too, and I just wish everybody out there a happy holiday because it's been a rough couple of years.
Yes, it has.
And I think we're on the home stretch.
Can you believe we're like 18, 19 months now into this? We're almost 2 years into this.
I know. We're in the home stretch though. I think hopefully people are getting on board and getting smart.
Yeah.
And stop with your, well, it's my right. It's everybody's right.
Right.
Take care of each other.
Yeah.
And that includes, doing what you have to do, whether it be a mask or a vaccine or whatever. Do what you need to do to protect everybody and yourself.
And love one another. Even if their favorite song is All I Want for Christmas Is You from Mariah Carey. Love them anyway.
Well, look, Mariah Carey is a talented woman, but she took Christmas and she monopolized on it.
It's overplayed.
She monopolized Christmas. Now she calls herself, ready? the queen of Christmas.
No, stop.
Really?
Stop.
Yeah. Oh, that's what everybody says. She's the queen of Christmas.
Can we just have some Mel Torme, some Frank Sinatra, Perry Como?
Thank you. Somebody who didn't get a boob job. Because Lord knows she did.
I love having you on here, buddy.
It's good to be here.
Wood Doodles is one of our, God willing, presenting sponsors. We love them. Barstow Construction, Granite City MMA. Speaking of Barstow Construction, Rex Thompson is in here tomorrow at noon, which is going to be really interesting. I'm almost afraid. Granite City MMA, Preston's Kia. Lily and I are headed over to Preston's. We're going to be making Christmas cards for folks in our area nursing homes. We're heading over there this afternoon to do that. Please don't come, G. Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, also one of our presenting sponsors. Wood Doodles, as you have just heard, these amazing products that they make, so beautiful. Never seen anything like it. Wright Electric, Donnybrook Fight Promotion, the Barry Montpelier Times Argus, ASB Financial, RetirementVT.com, Vermont Custom Woodworking, this beautiful table that we are sitting at right now, the work of Eric Miller. He's so incredible. That's one guy I'm hoping that we'll all be able to be in the same room together. CW Creative and Gustos, FGB Theaters, showing free Christmas movies this weekend.
Not Die Hard.
Not Die Hard.
Good.
No, or Lethal Weapon. Because they're not Christmas movies.
Thank you.
Barry Area Development, the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, Salvador and Babbitt, Fecto Homes, and Green Mountain Mulch. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks to Wood Doodles, and God bless. We'll catch you again soon.